So here was our ride today. We started at Crystal River and we dropped down to Lakeland, and then after Lakeland we dropped down to the east side of Fort Myers right here. Then we dropped down towards this big cypress swamp, and at Big Cypress Swamp is where we picked up that little loop road and cut through where the little gator country is, and then came towards Miami, turned right before Miami, and dropped down here to Homestead and Florida City. So we're spending the night tonight in this Florida City. So far pretty good. Long ways from Birmingham. Put in a lot of miles today.
We're going out to the left or to the right? All right.
Somebody spun their tires here. No, I wanted to spin my tires too. Everglades Correctional Institute. Nobody escapes from that prison. I thought you'd look at that boat over there. That boat's worth it. That boat's worth about as much as that Ferrari. They're about the same. What, $1 million each? Might work. Okay, for a daily recap, today we left from Crystal River and we came down here below Miami to an area called Homestead. It'll be right before the area we get onto the parkway to go into the Keys tomorrow. So today we did 339 miles. What were your highlights?
Definitely the Gators. Gators were great. Someone didn't want to watch them. Someone didn't want to see them. But, you know, we still got some good pictures.
So we went on to what's called Loop Road, which is in the northernmost part of the Everglades. And it's just a dirt road that cuts in the top part. It's about a 24, 25 mile long road. You know, it looks like you're in the zoo habitat, except there's no fences. I mean, Noah stopped his bike on the edge of the road where it's tall weeds and grass were. And
A couple times.
Yeah.
More than once.
Anyway, I'm the person who's very nervous. I want to stop in the middle of the road, a long ways from both sides. You know, look at the gators from about 100 feet away. But anyway, we were in their habitat. It was pretty neat. All right, go slow. See if you see anything. Just don't drop the bike. They are definitely in here. They're gonna look like logs. All right, we'll get on the right hand side. Bumps. So right here, let's stop not too close to the edge, center this bridge between the two yellow markers, and just peer over. Is there? Big body of water. Stop right here. I can't tell. Look back to your, is that just sticks? Well, it's hot enough that they can stay in the shade and be comfortable right now. All right, ready? Not with the tall grass. Please no.
Riding today was certainly a lot easier for me. I had the biker shorts on, so the little extra padding was definitely felt. 320 miles was a lot easier than the 230 from the first day. Or was it 260 the first day?
Can't remember anymore.
Whatever. It felt a lot easier and we went a lot farther and for a lot longer.
Now the heat returned. So like the day before yesterday, we had some overcast weather and it was pretty nice riding. When we left out this morning, we thought the temperatures might be good. I think we had temperatures around 78, 79 degrees, and we actually loved it for about the first hour, hour and a half. And as we hit the southern part around the Everglades, it just got hotter and hotter. The bikes were hitting 100 degrees on the thermometer. The engine temperature on your bike was what when we stopped?
It was 228.
Okay, so the bikes were just, struggling to stay cool. At one point we're, doing a pretty good speed, and I just thought, man, my bike's running so hot. So I slowed down just trying to make sure the bikes could cool off a little bit. As far as early morning highlights, I remember we went through this one tunnel of trees that I thought looked pretty cool. I'll try to find the clip from that. This is cool. Oh my goodness, look at this tunnel. This is absolutely beautiful. I saw a couple of interesting birds. Look at these birds. I think today was an interesting day for wildlife that we saw, but then also we passed some signs. I asked Noah this morning, I said, we're riding, I said, do you think there's any big cats in this area? And he said, I don't know. Well, we passed some signs for a panther preserve that said, panther crossing for like the next 5 miles. Well, we went through that for miles. Even after that, there's other panther crossings.
It was like 12 miles in total of panther crossings.
Yeah.
And then the bear crossings after the panther crossings.
And then we went into the Everglades with alligators. So we were in the environment of black panthers, black bears, and alligators. It's flashing! Enter panther habitat! Oh my goodness! And then, other highlights. Yesterday we did get to swim with a manatee. So I've got a few little pictures and the guide lady took of that. I'll put that up there too. Able to see my wife and the grandkids for a little bit, eat some dinner with them, so that was enjoyable. And then this morning they headed off to go back towards Birmingham, and then we're headed down to Key West.
We had the dump truck as well. There was a dump truck that was parked in the road as it was waiting on cars around it, and so we skirted to the right-hand side. He wasn't too happy with that. He caught back up to us, passed us when we were doing about 10 over, and then just kind of sat doing the speed limit for 20 miles after that. It was a long way.
Yeah, so I think the speed limit might have been 60, and we might have been doing 70, and he wanted to come around. He wanted to prove a point. And when he came in around us, then he got caught behind somebody else, and then couldn't go any much further anywhere else. And around that time, we were passing a quarry, and the amount of big, heavy trucks that were on that highway, I mean, we felt intimidated, and there really wasn't other motorcycles on that route. It was just us and big, heavy trucks all around us.
The sides, the different sides of the back.
Pretty much.
All right, we stopped at a little Mexican restaurant. Good food. We had pulled up at a gas station to get some fuel. Noah pulled it up, and you know, we pulled up and we weren't real sure because one door just was ice cream. And we asked the lady in the car, said, "Hey, is there any kind of real food around here?" She pointed at the other door. So there's two different doors on the same building, same name.
She was talking to me. Hey, smile through your helmet.
People own the same thing, but they had two doors, two entrances, and she said this is our best Mexican restaurant in town. And when we got there, the food was quality, and the way I always tell is their salsa. Of course, Noah doesn't really eat the salsa, but their salsa was made with like the roasted tomatoes and roasted peppers, and it had the really earthy flavor to it. And I got that, and I got some horchata. The problem is we got excited about eating and excited about air conditioning, and every battery we had was dying. We had a long morning. The heat was getting to everything.
It was also 2 o'clock, so it was later in the day than we would usually eat as well.
Yeah, so we started eating and didn't get pictures of all the food. I think I turned the camera on as I was starting to leave the restaurant. Anyway, but no, we had a good ride, good day, and we'll have an easier day tomorrow to prepare for a really long day. So anyway, we've made it pretty good distance.